Is it visible or not, my screen? Respond me.
Yes.
Is it visible?
Visible, sir.
Okay, we'll start. So control statement, looping statement, something called control statement, also called looping statements, and decision making. Decision making and common branching and looping statement we're going to discuss here. So what decision is whenever you are comparing some conditions. So it will be result will be either true or false. If it is true means what should be done. If it is false means what should be, means how to terminate the execution. Conditions based on the decision we need to say. So there are different types of decision statement and branching and looping statements. So what are the different decision statements? Decision statements. Why it is required decision statements? We have to decide based on the some conditions. Based on some condition, we need to make a decision. If it is true, what should be done? If it is false, the control will comes after a particular block of code. Then we will be having branching statements, branching and looping statements. So what do you mean by branching here? Whenever the program breaks the normal flow of execution or a sequence flow of execution, so it jumps to another code, another part of code in a particular program. So based on some condition, means based on some decision, it is going to jumps the control to another part of the code or another block of a code. So that is called as branching. So when branching is done on a particular condition, it is known as conditional branching. So as you know that there are three types of decision making statements. First one is if statement, second one is switch statement, and third one is based on conditional operator we already discussed. So that is also one type of decision. Right. So these are three decision making statements. So as you know that already we discussed this one, conditional operator. Here there are three operators used. So first one, num1 is greater than num2. What should be done? This has to be printed, means n1 is greater than. If this condition is true, then it will returns n1 is larger. If this condition is false, then n2 is substituted as larger one. So that is a conditional operator we discussed already. I'm not going to repeat again. This conditional operator we discussed already. We'll go with the if statement. So if statement, everyone knows the syntax. So here, if is a keyword. So in Java also we have set of keywords, right? Like how you are having in C, C++, like that we have a set of keywords. So those keywords were not, those are called reserved words. Another name for keyword is reserved word. Means those reserved words we cannot be used as a variables. Here, the condition has to be mentioned within this if. So here flower bracket should be there, and here closing flower bracket, and checking the mention the condition here. If condition, if you are comparing two numbers, a is greater than b, then we have to write here a is greater than b. So I'm just this example. Condition is this syntax is if condition open bracket and followed by number of statements up to you have x number of statements, then closing the particular block. So as you know that if the condition is true, then this set of statement get executed, and if the condition is false, these statements are skipped. If this condition is true, this statement get executed. If this condition is false and these statements are skipped, then it will control comes out of this block and it will start executing the next block of a code within the particular program. Next we have if else. So if else, if previous case, if it is only if statements, if it is false means it will come, the control comes out of this block. In case if condition is false, what statement has to be, alternative statement has to be printed. For that you have to use else or go with else case. So here if condition, first condition, if this condition is true, then this statement get executed. If this condition is false, and the statement 2 is executed. That's what we mentioned here. If the condition is true, the statement 1 is get executed. If the condition is false, the statement 2 get executed here. This is a if else statement. Next, we can put the if condition inside another if, outer if. Means we can, how you are nesting a for loop like that, you are going to make a nested if statement. So this is outer if, this one is outer one, this is inner conditions, inner if statement, this is outer if statement. If this condition is true, if this condition is true, then the inner if statement get this control comes here. And if condition is 2 is true, then this statement get executed, else this statement is get executed. Next, what happens if the beginning, if this condition is false, the control never comes within this, this if statement is get skipped here. If this condition is true only, then it will control comes here. If this condition is false means directly it will go to else section. Then it will execute statement 3. This is a nested if else. Are you getting right? So once if else statement. So what is nested if else means? If else statement can be contained in another if else. Means this if else statement can be contained in another if else. This is called the way of if you are following this manner of if statement in inserting the if else within this if else, then this way of writing program is called nested if else statement. Means making use of nested if else. So as that this condition is true, then only this will execute. Inner if statement get executed. Are you getting right? So I'll get. So this is example for nested if else. So here, if gender is female, then it will come here. Then it will check for the balance. If balance is greater than 5,000, then it will add the bonus. So it will calculate the bonus and it will assign here. Else, if this condition is false, means if it is gender is male, then this statement get executed. These statements. Bonus is calculated and the final balance will be displayed here. Are you getting right? Nested if else. Yes or no? Are you getting or not? Nested if else. This is example for nested if. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so we'll go with next. Next one is if else ladder or multi-way selection. So previous one is nested if else, and this one is multi-way selection of. Means if you want to choose multiple option, then you have to go with if else ladder. If else statement means multi-way selection. So in this diagram, this flow chart represents representing how to use else if. So how to use else if. So here sometimes you want to select one of option from several alternative. If there are several alternatives available, then you have to choose any one of many options. So in such cases, we have to go with multi-way selection. That is else if. So here, if condition is true, then statement one get executed, and if condition is false, then it will check with this this second condition. If the second condition is true, then statement get two is get executed. So we have set of options, means out of this which condition is matching, that particular statement get executed. If all this condition is false, then this statement 4 get executed. So this statement can be represented in this flowchart. What is this symbol here? What is the name of this symbol? Yeah, all of you used the flowchart, right? Flowchart is nothing but what? What is flowchart and what is algorithm? What is the definition of flowchart? Anyone? What is flowchart? Respond me. Flowchart is nothing but what? Okay, tell me what is the name of this symbol? This symbol. Just I'm pointing out now. This symbol. Are you using this symbol in flowchart, right? While drawing a flowchart? Yes or no? Respond me. Is it audible, right? Yes. So this symbol is used to make a decision. And what is the name of this symbol? This symbol is used for conditional checking the conditions. This symbol rectangle for statement, printing statement. This is for diamond shape. And for starting, we're using like this, right? Somebody, wait 1 second. Yes, flowchart is nothing but a graphical representation of a program. Picture representation of an algorithm. Algorithm is nothing but a step-by-step representation of a program. Who is joined with double G? Rename with your roll number. the person who is joined with the name double G, rename it or else I will remove. So wait, I will share my screen. So this is an example for else if statement. So initially I'm assigning the grade. So this is a input I've taken, means here I'm not giving a so this is a grade. So I want to, if I my score, my grade is 83.6, means what grade it will be assigned here. So you have to check within this one. If number grade is greater than or equal to 89.5, means A grade will be assigned. Right. If it is grade is greater than or equal to 79.5, then letter grade will be 5. And like that, based on the condition, the grade is assigned here. So here 83 is there. 83 is not greater than 89.5. So it is greater than 79.5. Hence the grade is B is assigned here. Where is system print line here? So here system.out.println grade is, my grade is number of grades, that is, this is concatenation operator, then letters. So this will be printed here, and the number of grade and the letter of a grade, whether A grade or B grade. So how many strings are there here? 1, 2, 3. These 3 are printed here. So what is this? With the help of plus operator. That is, plus is called concatenate. This concatenate operator is called plus, is a concatenate operators. Okay. So this is a example for else if. Next we have alternative option for multi-way selection, multiple choose, means whenever instead of using if else, instead of using else if, you have another option called switch statement. Switch statement also used to choose the one option out of many options, means you have to choose one thing out of many possible options here. So what it does switch? So switch statement provides another means to decide which statement to execute next. So what it does, it evaluates an expression, then attempt to match the result to the one several possible cases. So that condition is checked beginning, which one cases matches, that particular case will be executed. And expression of switch statement must be result in integral type, means that result should be of integer type or character type. Those are given as a case 1, case 2, case 3. If it is integer, means case 1, case 2, case 3. For example, if you are checking the user entered character is OL or constant, then you have to use with character cases. Char A, E, I, O, U, like that. So each case contains the value and list of statements. So the control flow of control transfer to the statement associated with the first value that matches. So in the switch statement beginning, we are checking the condition, which value it matches, it will go to that particular cases. So this is a syntax for switch statement. So here expression is evaluated here, and after evaluating expression, then the particular matching case will be executed. If case value 3 is matching, means this statement get executed. If all these 3 is not matching, means and one more we have default case, that default get case, that executed. So here switch and case are called, these two are called reserved words or keywords. And so based on the expression result, that particular case get called here. So we'll see some points related to this. Each case block having a break statement. Why they are using break statement? What is the use here? So this break statement, what it does, it will be the last statement in particular case. So here you have different cases here. So each case having the break statement. This will be the last statement in the each case. So what is the break? Break, what it does, it will makes the control transfer to the next block. So if break is not there, means control will transfer to the continue means next case, means one by one sequence order it will go if it is break is not there. So this is a switch statement. So switch statement can have optional default case, means as I mentioned that in syntax it will be having a case 1, case 2, case 3. If either all these cases are not matched, then default case will be printed here. So in default, you are going to print a statement, invalid choice, or choose another value, means choose the appropriate value or corresponding message has to be printed within the default case. So that's why default case has no associated value and simply uses the reserved word default. So default word contains any value, does not contain any value. So here previously you have case 1, case 2, case 3. So each case having some value. So here default case does not have any value, just a default keyword and followed by the statement which you need to execute. So if default case is present, the control will transfer to it if no other case value matches. As I mentioned, right? If 3 cases value mentioned in syntax, so those 3 not matching means that default case will get executed. In case if there is no default case and no other value matches, the control falls through to the statement after the switch. Means control will come out of that particular switch, then next statement get executed. So this is an example for switch statement. So here, so we have 2 sections. So here I assigned a character A and I'm checking here if switch means if that A is separate here, which case is matching here, first case itself it's matching here, then it will display the output as A, this output. In case if I assigned character means assigned the character B to the variable letter, then in condition if I checking here, if which case matching here, tell me which case is matching here. Case B. This case is matching, so the output we are getting is B. So this is another alternative of using if else else if statement. Instead of else if statement, you can go with the switch statement. Next we have looping statements. Repetition statement. Some another name for looping statements is repetition statements. There are 3 kinds of repetition statements: while loop, do while loop, while. Actually, it is do while. It is should be do while. So do while and for loop. So as you know the syntax of each loop, right? These are the looping statements. And a programmer should choose the right kind of loop for particular situation, for the situation. Based on his condition, he has to use. So this is the condition of this is syntax for while statement. So here condition is checked here. If this condition is true, then only this statement get executed. If the condition is false, this condition, this statement never executed here. Right? That's mentioned here. If the condition is true, the statement executed. If the condition is repeatedly until the condition become false, means how many statements present, those statements get executed here. Number of statements. Here while is a reserved word or keyword. So this is the, if you're representing in picture, in the pictorial format, this is a condition. Diamond shape where this condition is checked here. If it is true, this statement executed. If it is false, then the control come out of this block, then next statement get executed here. So this example. So I'll tell you what is the why you're using final. This final keyword used for making this value as constant, and the variable name is limit 5. So initially count value will be 1, and count less than or equal to limit. I mean this limit is nothing but a 5. For that many number times, it will be printed here. Whenever this I value reaches 6, then this condition become false. So this is the output we are getting. Here count plus equal to 1, or else you can write like this also. Count plus plus. So every time the count variable will be incremented by 1. Both are true. Means I can either you can use this one, or I can use this one. So if body of while loop eventually must make the condition false. If that condition is not making false, means that loop will fall into infinite loop. Means if there is no condition which false condition is not given, means that loop will go to infinite loop. Means it will number of statement specified in this while loop, that will be executed n number of times. So similarly we have nested loops. So placing a one more loop inside a outer inside one more loop, means nesting like how we are using nested if else, right? Similarly you can use a nested loop statement. Next you have do while. So here you need to use keyword do and while. These are the reserved words. Then the statement get printed before checking the condition. So what is the difference between do while and while? What is the major difference? What is the major difference while and do while?
While executes the condition with n times, and do while executes the condition with n plus 1 time.
Yes, yes. So here, even though condition is false, also at least one time the do while get executed, because as I said that if while loop executed n times, then do while loop executes n plus 1 times. Why? Because the condition is checked after executing the body of the do while. So that's mentioned here. The statement is executed once initially, and then condition is evaluated or condition is checked here. So whenever condition become false, suppose here my intention is to print a number from 1 to 10 initially. So here by mistake or by intentionally, if I initialize I value is 11 here, then what it does here, suppose one printf statement is there, it will print the I value here, or system.println, then I value printed here, right? So here I value is 11 here. My program is I return, my intention is to print a number from 1 to 10. Here I first time this statement executed. So here one statement is there, print system.println I value is printed here. So 11 is printed. then condition is checked here. I value is less than or equal to 10. So here in this case, I value is, what is I value here? Here I initialized I value is 11 here. So here condition becomes false. Now the control will will go to next statement in the program. So this statement will be skipped here. So even though condition is false, because at least body of do will execute only once. What is the output here? You'll get output as 11. So this condition is false here because I is 11 here, and it's not equal to 10. So this condition is false. Then body of this do while never executed second time. That's the difference between while and do while. So here same example, example here, same previous example we taken now here. So it will print 1 to 5 whenever I reaches 5, right? Next time after printing I, then count value become, so here after reaching 5, the count value become incremented by 1. Now count value becomes 6 here. Then 6 is checked here. 6 is less than or equal to, what is the limit here? What is the limit value? Beginning only we initialize. What is the limit value? What we assign? 5. So 6 is not less than or equal to 5. The condition is false. Then again this do while loop not executed. So this output you are getting here. This is comparing between while and do while. So just now in syntax we mentioned, right? Same that content. The syntax is representing the pictorial format here. So condition is evaluated first. So here in while where condition is evaluated first. In the do while, the condition is evaluated after executing the statements. So if it is true, the statement executed. If this condition is true, then again the statement will get executed. If it is false, then comes out of the control comes out of this do while loop. As you know that next statement is for statement. 1 second, I'll post the attendance link, then we'll continue on.